Today's video I'm going to show you a little bit of a flip through some of the journals I've done some work in. I just started doing mixed media type things since I moved here to Louisiana. I got involved in watching a lot of the YouTube videos and seeing all these wonderful ladies work, and I felt inspired to start doing some other things with my time. And great way to use up my scrapbook paper that I'm obviously not using anymore because I've kind of gotten away from doing scrapbooking. So this is just a few of the journals I work through. I've kind of got one for a lot of different things. I like to have themes, so that's why we have the different books. These are my Doodle books that I was working in before we moved. I would sit in the car waiting for my daughter to come out from school, and I would doodle. Now, some of these, like this one, I can claim credit on. Some of the others, this one's my own. I don't draw very well, so I looked at other people's work to start getting practice down with repeats. So this was someone else's idea that I copied a lot of. This one was too, after I got the general shape of the owl and all of his parts and some of the decoration. Then I went through and added my own personal touches to him. So this is not done. This butterfly was someone else's that I went back in and altered a lot of the parts to. This is not done. Same with the dragonfly. Same with the seahorse. So I was just trying to get my mind and my hand practicing making things. So I figured that was the best way to go about it. This is mine. I think that might be it for this one. Yeah, that's it for the small one here. Pretty sure. Let's see, is something in the front? No, that's about it. Oh, I was doing some zentangle type drawings, practicing, and the different names they were given. And then this was a bigger one that I carried around for a little while when I had bigger ideas. That was started off with portions of someone else's, and then I altered it. This was mine, but I added flowers I had seen somewhere else to it. That's someone else's that I copied. This is definitely someone else's. There's no way I can draw like that. My tattoo lady did a tattoo for me. Let me see if I can get my foot up here. There it is. It's my fishies. I'm a Pisces, so I don't know how well you can see that. Here, let me detach it. There. So I have my fish chasing each other because I'm a Pisces, and this is quite dry at the moment. I'm a very dry person. It's only 2 years old. Still has fabulous colors. This is actually a cover-up. There's another tattoo hiding down here that I got rid of. So I thought I liked the Pisces look. These two fish. So I copied it out onto the paper. Not from my tattoo artist, from someone else. This key's, I think the outline of the key itself was someone's, and I got the vine from somewhere else, and the coloring was all me. A little tree I was working on. These are all me. These were, well, the decorating's all me. The shape was a stencil. So I did the stencil idea, and then I went in, and this one wasn't. These four were. Started adding little elements in. And then this was something I saw. This is someone's product. So it had like little zentangle doodles. So I was practicing, seeing how well I could make one look. And I think there was one more back here. Maybe. Nope. So that's it for those. So I didn't get very far, and I think it's just because my brain said, you're not a doodler. You don't know how to draw these things. Well, obviously you can draw if you practice, 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 but I went about it in a different way, and this is my zentangle book, so zentangle. So I got that one. That one's a fun repeating zentangle. This is just going to be my little doodle book. So here I am. I'm going to make a whole bunch of the little dangly type things all together. So that's something I cram in my purse on occasion when I know I'm going to be sitting around someplace bored for a while. This one was a book I got from, I think this is a Walmart book. Now I use stencils to help me with these, but these I drew myself. So I call this my geometric journal, just because it's got, you know, the different shapes. So that's that one. And it's not done yet. You know, I've got open spots where I can go back. And then I started doing some kind of a hexagon thing with my hexagon stencil. I'm not sure where I'm going with that. This one I divided out into sections and then started going back through and creating different repeating patterns. Some of these are things I've seen, some of them have just come out of my head. Someone else might have drawn it too, I'm not sure. Like, I know I've seen this on someone else's, and I don't know about that. This I've seen, that I've definitely seen. This crosshatch stuff. That's, someone else had an idea that was similar to this, and I came up with this, with it. This one, someone was doing this on their edges. This is just really tiny lines drawn real close together. And I've got like different ways of coloring in the triangles. That's a pattern I saw someone else do, but I'm slowly working on. This is all me. And the thing about this is these bleed through the book. You can see what you've been doing on the back side. So you can only do one per page unless you want your work messed up. Hang on, I think my battery's gonna die. I'll be right back. Alright, I am back. Plugged in and tons of battery now. Alright, so I was talking about that book that bleeds through. Well, I got this Crescent Render journal on clearance from Hobby Lobby. Showed it in one of my other videos, I think. And I'm loving this stuff because this is Sharpie or Bic. And you can go to town on these pages and color your heart's desire and just scribble and scribble and scribble and scribble over and over and over, and it does not bleed through to the other side. This is like magic paper. So I am having fun with dark, bold coloring and everything else. So this is in process still, because I've got some little bits going on in there. And so see, look, see this bold color? You don't see it over here. It's just, I don't know, this is amazing paper. This one I'm still working on. Got a bit of detailing going on there. This one's a work in progress as well. And I think, yeah, that's as far as I've gotten in that one. I haven't had this one very long, but then we have the homemade journal. Did the Coptic stitch. Then I went back through and did accent with blue. But when I went in, well, what I had done is I'd folded some heavyweight paper in half to use as the signature. So the signature's one page. So in between the signatures you need the tape. So when I put the tape in the signature edges, then you get this ugly look. So I think I'm going to cover this up with some wide ribbon or something. I don't know, because I just think that looks kind of ugly. but I like the little book, and I made it myself. And I used Sea Lemon's instructional video for the Coptic stitch, so I'll link that below. So this is my first art journaling type things. So this is a stamp on book text. This is a inking through a stencil, book text, stamp that I drew over, stamp the letters and outlined them. So it says, believe in yourself, your dreams, your art. And I was just adding more things on as it came to mind. And that's my phone calling out that it wants some battery life too. Plug that thing in real quick. Sorry about that. Yeah, I've noticed that some hacker keeps trying to get into my Twitter and post things that not by me, because I had to set up extra security measures where if I can't remember how to log into my Twitter off my computer, that I have to send myself a code to my phone, and I keep getting codes to my phone even though I have not tried to log into my Twitter. So yeah. Alright. So this one was done for the texture. Just a bunch of different pieces of paper. There's that drywall tape. A couple of stamps. Went over it with paint. You see the neat texture. This is paintable wallpaper down here. This was just vellum. When you get it wet, it does these weird crinkly things. And then some kind of paint that I was using. It says, all art requires courage, by Ann Tucker. And that's very true. We can skip that one. I was just goofing around. I'm not sure if I'm done with this. I think I want to do some more to the edge, but this is some maybe Korean, I'm not sure, text pages. And I had this handmade paper with different scribbles on it that kind of gave me an Asian feel. This is modeling paste through a stencil. Not sure if you can see you can see a little bit of a shadow there, the dimension. So, and then this was like a catch-all page for splats and things. I have another one nearby somewhere. Maybe nearby? Are you nearby? Where are you? It is gone AWOL. I don't know where you went. Is that you? Oh, that's you. I have another one. I will show you the other one here in a little while because it's huge. This one here, this is the Tim Holtz tissue paper type stuff in the background there. And these are rub-ons. And some ink through a stencil. This is a stamp. This was ink and sprayed to cause these dribbles. And just different coloring, different things. Here's a bit of embossing. I don't know how well you can see that, but it's embossed. So is this one over here and another one. This is a fabric flower. And this says, the worst enemy to creativity is self-doubt. And that's by Sylvia Plath. And I have been using a date stamp in these. I did this in December. Here's another catch-all page for color. Another one. This one I cut all the paper, or color on the page, and then I went over it with masking tape, cut it all up in little pieces, and then painted the masking tape. And then I pulled the masking tape off and put it in another book I'm going to show you. And then I went through and drew a bunch of little squares in the corners. Like that. So I'm not sure if I'm done with that. Here's just more paint that I've caught. This was, I was working on my 48 weeks book, and I had paint on my finger, so I went on here with it and created some flowers. So we've got some fun color highlights in there, a bit of gold. This one's not done. I'll probably do some more to it. More paint that came from another page I was working on. This time I didn't use the masking tape in between, and you know, you can still see my hand through there. Did that, and then I was using tinted molding paste for my ATCs I made for my swap. I had extra, so I put some on here, and I even made a few tags with it. So that's tinted green molding paste. And then that's one I showed in another video. This is a napkin. Wow, that seemed like the color changed. This is a chipboard element that has kind of a fuzzy feeling to it. Another one down here. This is my homemade stamp. So is this one. So it says inspire and create. I hate my handwriting, so I might print that out in some pretty font and then cover it up. And then there's nothing, and I don't know, I think I have, oh, that one's a good one. That's it for most of them. This was another catch-all page for color. It has turned into some flowers. So you can see some fun things on there. I don't like to waste paint, so I'll either try to put it back in the tube or smush it on a page so that I can start something new. I got one of these guys from the Dilutions because I think it's fun. Great little book. So this is all I've done in it so far. Don't think, just create. And there's a lady in the KIF group who wrote this exact same thing down. She was showing us her version, and I copied it, and I showed her I copied it, and that's just the way it goes. This is that Lumiere Silks paint. See how shiny that is? It's just gorgeous. These are both markers, and this is, I do believe, a colored pencil of some type. So I haven't done anything else in that one yet. And then my very first Moleskine is this one. And here's my name. So I started off with this. This is some Zig water pen marker type things. So I colored on this edge and then used the water brush to pull the color down. So that's how I got that fade look. And then these ones, I'm not sure what I was using for those. And then I did this one. Each person's sanctuary is special, and the art that comes out of it is extra special. I think I will print that on paper and put it on here again because, like I said, I hate my handwriting. So this is all covered with gel medium, I think. But this, and this is Gelato's. This is archival ink, I think, through a stencil, a punchinella stuff. This was another piece of punchinella, but bigger. This is molding paste to create the texture. This was some vine ribbon I've had forever. I decided I wanted to just use it. This was a printout off of some website, and I colored it with some markers. Then I used a stamp from Stampendous, I think, for here, and I used embossing powder. I don't know if you can tell, but that and that. And then this page got a little stuck, so I need to go back and fix a boo-boo. This is leftovers from one of the gift bags I've cut up. I just put them on here. I thought it looked kind of fun. So then I got some veneer elements that I painted copper on there, and kind of like some spriggy, weird little plants or something. I don't know what's going on. Then this is one I was working on, and I had to leave where I was working on it at, and I haven't done anything with it since. And then stuck behind that, wonder how much this is going to get jacked up. Oh, I didn't. Awesome. I did this in my 48 weeks journal, and I loved it so much I did it twice. So, being creative is a lovely part of my life's journey. Time spent being creative is never wasted. So you can see some of the, I don't know how well you can see those colors in the top there. This up here looks exactly like this underneath the layer of gesso. So, and then I've got some stickles, or not stickles, but liquid pearls there in the center of the flower to create the dimension. And this was my Uniball Signo, worked awesome. So, and this up here, you can see the bit of that texture. I painted it on there, and I smushed the book shut and then went like this and got all this fun little funky texture in here. And I think that's it so far. Yeah, some people complain. They say they don't like the weight of these pages, but I like them. I think it's nice. And then my bigger one. This one I actually started before any of those other, except for the doodling one. Started this in October. And I'm not sure if I'm done or not on this page. I probably am. I took tissue paper and ripped it up and Mod Podged it to the page to get these colors. And then I used white, I believe, for the cloudy skyish. This is a rub-on. This is a wood veneer. So is this one. This is a rub-on. This is a rub-on. This is chipboard. So that's my bird. This is a stamp. Or no, that's a stencil with ink used through it. Not spray ink. I used a makeup sponge and rubbed it on. Then I did this one. And I was using up some old supplies, some puff paint. So the petals of the flower are outlined in puff paint. You can see it there. And then I used alphabet and just kind of did that. And then these are stickers. This is leftover paper and paint for the color, and then I spritzed it with some glimmer mist or something. I'm not sure if you can, there we go, a little bit of the sparkle there. This one I was experimenting with Neocolors. Not sure where I'm going with this, but the sticker says, "Art is the only way to run away without leaving home." And that's by Twyla Tharp. Alright, this one's mega stuck. I don't know if I can get this. Oh, lucky, lucky. Yay! Alright. Enjoy. We should all enjoy. Book pages. I think I outlined this with Close to My Heart's version of liquid pearls. Not liquid pearls. What is that stuff called? We call it liquid glass. Ranger has another name for it. It's the clear stuff that everyone likes to glue things on. And it creates the shiny fake glass look. There's my version of it. It's called liquid glass. So, it's that clear stuff, you squirt it on, it makes a nice hard cover. Anyway, so I did that on the edge of the letters. This is oh, what's that stuff called again? Lumiere silk. Molding paste through a stencil, stamp. This is just doodles that I did. I took this picture and printed it. Well, I took it black and white. This is a pier here that we like to go fishing at. This is one of the lakes on the base. So I think that turned out really nice like that. Oh, and this also says, "Enjoy what life has to offer." This one was a crazy pink page. It was, all it was the diamonds for a while. I couldn't figure out what I else wanted to do with it. So I kind of went on a girly theme with Paris, and so I've got the Eiffel Tower. These are all rub-ons. All of these black parts. This is book page. This is a dauber that you'd take to bingo, outlined in one of the souffle pens. And then this one, this was a stencil I was using. Just felt like putting some flowers on paper. Used some butterflies that came from a card that had been deconstructed. This is tissue paper with a kind of an alligatory print. This is some old music stuff I have. Bloom Where You Are Planted. This one here, I think it's going to be one of my favorites. I got this silhouette off the internet from someplace, and it kind of felt like it fit well with what I wanted to do. I played a Facebook game, and if you made a comment on your friend's post, then they could send you a number, and then you had to share that many things about yourself. So this was my page. So the lines are divisions between how many comments I had to come up with, and then I used rub-ons in the sections for the different comments I did. 2 and 4 there. I had to do 12. Let me read a couple. Like, number 1, I really like photography. I'd love to have one of those crazy $6,000 zoom lenses. Cold places or places with no green make me depressed. I don't like cooked fruit. Yuck. No pie unless it's a cream-styled pie. I don't like babies. I don't think, oh, how cute. I want to hold him or her. Nope, just get away. My kids are the only babies I liked, and thank God they're not babies anymore. I cannot stand hearing people eat or do noises with their mouth. I do not like commercials where they show people putting food in their mouth. It's just, and they have a name for it. I'll have to look it up and put it on there too. I love pens of all kinds, and paper, and office supplies, and adhesives, and paint, and art stuff, and stencils. So that's what all that shiny writing is I did it all in silver pen, so it kind of blends in. This is my circle page. So I just went around and grabbed all kinds of circle items. Canvas buttons, stoppers, rhinestones, 3D elements. This is some grunge board. I just made myself a circle page. This is, I was doing this for something else, but I added them all in here. These are a stamp that I cut out. Punchinella stencil. These are all book pages that I colored. Normality is a paved road. It's comfortable to walk, but no flowers grow on it. Vincent Van Gogh. This is done up here with molding paste to get that bit of fun texture for the clouds. This is another page I was doing with circles. This is a piece of that drywall tape. This is a rub-on, I think. Stencil? I don't know. Might be a stencil. This was just me. I don't know what I was doing. I think this was on my ugly page. This is alcohol inks on wallpaper, paintable wallpaper, and it's not really going to create anything fun, so I wouldn't try that yourself. Molding paste through a stencil, a couple of puzzle pieces. This I was inspired by a lady on YouTube, and for the life of me I can't remember her name right now, but I will edit that in on here so she gets her proper credit. I thought her page was awesome, so I did one very similar to it. And this is molding paste. This was just leftover paint from something I was doing. same as this, and then I did some more to it. Beauty is not in the face, beauty is a light in the heart. Khalil Gibran, maybe? This is just leftovers. This was Happy New Year. I just threw some stuff down. This was just some more stuff I threw down. It's got a neat look to it. Here's where I use that masking tape. It says make time for art. And that, I believe, is it for this book. And I hope you've enjoyed looking at my different bits of art. Hopefully something in there inspired something in you or gave you a fun idea. And tell your friends about my channel. Try to get some more subscribers. Maybe I'll do a giveaway when I finally hit 100. So share the page, and I'm going to try and keep doing more videos that might be appealing to people, and hope you continue on with my my journey in art. So thanks for watching. Bye.